Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm Blaine Gibson.
Big news, everybody. The Know is pregnant and we're going to be on Netflix soon.
The entire team is honored to be having Kevin Spacey's babies.
Okay, we sort of stole that announcement. None of us are pregnant, except maybe Blaine, and we're not going to be on Netflix. However, popular YouTube star Miranda Sings used a fake pregnancy video last week to say she's landed her own show on Netflix, proving that no content platform is safe from YouTube.
Miranda Sings, also known as Colleen Evans in our stuffy, painful, and too real offline world, stated in her unique character to provide some small insights about her upcoming show on the Daredevil and House of Cards app. We know that it'll have 8 episodes, included a whole production team along with in-house writers from Netflix, and is reportedly titled Haters Back Off. Back off, haters.
If we had our guess, the show would make use of Miranda Sings' character that Evans has popularized. She now sings to the off tune of about 6 million subscribers, so there's something to it. It also might look to have a similar comedic vignette format as Master of None, comedian Aziz Ansari's award-winning sitcom that also debuted on Netflix last year. That's all speculation, but it would make a lot of sense to let the character break out of her traditional format and move into something a little bit more scripted.
This isn't Netflix's first attempt at snatching up some of YouTube's diverse and huge teen audience. Last fall...
Red vs. Blue's on there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Last fall, they teamed up with Smosh for Smosh the Movie, as well as vloggers Jen McAllister and Lauren Luthgren-Skinhausen and Bad Night. While these movies were rated less than favorably on the streaming service, Netflix was not perturbed. VP of Independent Content Eric Barmack stated that we want shows or movies that a particular demographic is going to love. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
Which explains the whatever ridiculous 6 it was, because goddamn. Oh. And Miranda Sings, while huge in her own right, is certainly the opposite of one-size-fits-all. If you're not one of the self-dubbed Mirfandas out there, that's actually a word. Evans plays Miranda as a whiny, self-obsessed would-be singer who covers popular songs badly. She's been described as unbearably annoying yet incredibly watchable, which is the whole point of the character, and props to her for doing it to great success. Jerry Seinfeld loved her so much, he brought her onto his web series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee back in 2014.
Interestingly enough, Evans is a classically trained musician, having studied vocal performance at Azusa's Pacific University near Los Angeles. I probably just butchered that name.
You're fine.
Breaking onto Netflix won't be the character's first foray outside of the video player. Miranda regularly performs her off-key solos in front of live audiences. Back in 2014, The Guardian said in its review that her incompetent singing is the work of someone who knows which bum notes to hit and when.
It's no secret that original content is the new gold rush, and Netflix is the king of old prospectors. Probably could have done with a bit more hip analogy there, but hey, gold rushes are awesome. For Netflix, new programming is the key to their growing subscriber base, which is now nearing 70 million worldwide and includes more than 36% of all US homes.
All that new content isn't cheap though, and Netflix isn't keen to share exactly how much they've invested in it over the last few years. We've got some bits and pieces though. For instance, their deal with Disney for the Hell's Kitchen Heroes cost them about $200 million. Quite a price tag for Marvel Cinematic Rejects, and apparently a Punisher spinoff is in the works too, in addition to his appearance in Daredevil Season 2. Beyond Marvel, House of Cards and Orange is the New Black cost about $60 million and $50 million per season, respectively.
Dang.
Marco Polo is pegged at around $90 million per season.
Oh, Marco Polo.
Wow.
But that's just a fraction of their overall original programming. They introduced 16 new shows in 2015 and plan to nearly double that with 31 new scripted shows in 2016. And that's not all. They also plan on debuting 10 stand-up specials, 30 kids programs, 12 documentaries, and 10 feature films.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
While all of those can't possibly incur the cost that some of Netflix's early attempts to break into the scene with high-budget premium content got, it's got to cost an unprecedented amount of money, enough to put them in debt, apparently. Last year, they took on debt in their pursuit of a $1 billion investment in new content.
With all this to spend, it only makes sense that they're setting their sights on low-risk, high-reward entertainers with millions of built-in fans like YouTube stars. According to market research performed by Niche last summer, both YouTube and Netflix are accessed by more than 50% of the class of 2015's most recent high school graduates.
That's like
multiple
Blaine.
times per day. Yeah, class 2015, yo. So you can only expect to see more content like Miranda Sings and Smosh gracing your Rokus, PS4, tin cans, and whatever else you can watch Netflix on these days.
Pretty sure toasters run it. Really, this is just the beginning of the proliferation of more YouTubers into everything. We've seen Freddie Wong's rocket jump make a leap. Yes, that was intentional. Over to Hulu, Grace Helbig had that season of her show on E before getting kind of rudely thrown under the bus on Twitter by the network. Damn, guys. And of course, a certain long-running upcoming reality series will mostly feature YouTube personalities, of which we're totally not naming any names.
Ashley Bernie. That's not even mentioning the leaps to other traditional media like films and best-selling memoirs or weird motivational picture books like, if you're PewDiePie or whatever. So besides money, what's causing these YouTubers to start jumping over into these other mediums with their normal relatability and charisma could possibly be stretched in a format that could be risky for them? I think the answer is legitimacy.
You would be right. Even though YouTube is valued at $80 billion, certainly more than mainstream media outlets like Netflix, ABC, NBC Universal, its biggest and brightest stars are still oddly not seen as legitimate celebrities or entertainers, even though weekly content regularly rivals anything you'd find by the old standard of Nielsen ratings. Say what you will about the perception that most YouTube personalities sit in their chairs talking about nothing, but there are many with expertise in respective fields. They know how to foster an audience and have enormous followings of devoted fans, things that old media is hungry to have with YouTube-specific audiences who kind of left them in droves or never even started with traditional media.
Better yet, for these companies looking to gain some traction with more teenagers, YouTube personalities also don't come with the big price tags of traditional stars, expecting the millionaire heavy hitters, of course, seriously, like Atwood makes $2.5 million.
Whoa.
And rather than invest in big new content the way Netflix has, they'd rather just import whatever audiences they can to hopefully add to their own.
But regardless of what continues to happen with the crossover between YouTube and other mass media, one thing is certain: there is no such thing as just 15 minutes of fame for YouTubers anymore. They've had way more than just 15 minutes, and they're gonna have a lot more of it to come, either on their own platforms or on the platforms that are desperate to keep up.
Yeah, so YouTube isn't going anywhere, guys. Well, actually it is. It's going more mainstream than ever. So what do you guys think of more YouTube stars everywhere, all the time? Does YouTube need other media to be more legitimate, or has it already proven that it is?
To be on the cusp of more YouTube entertainment news and how many more MCU Rejects Marvel plans on throwing at you via Netflix, like this video and subscribe to The Know. Gotta say, love Jessica Jones, love Daredevil. I would love, you know who I'd love to see integrated into
Luke
the
Cage.
Netflix MCU? Yeah, that's great.
Squirrel
and everything, but I
Girl.
was thinking Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She'd be great for that, right?
I don't watch that show. I don't watch
She's
TV.
unbreakable.
I don't watch TV.